My parents told me they were proud of me every single time they broke their promise. I was 13 when the panic attack started. Not the casual kind people joke about before exams, the kind where you're on the bathroom floor at 6 a.m. convinced you're dying, where the thought of walking into school feels like volunteering to be buried alive. My therapist called it severe anxiety disorder. My parents called it embarrassing. They weren't cruel people. They just didn't understand, and what they didn't understand, they wanted fixed. So the summer before 8th grade, my dad sat me down with a proposal. "Your mother and I have been talking," he said. "If you can go the entire school year without a single anxiety-related absence, not one, we'll take you to the US Open, center court tickets, the whole experience." Tennis was everything to me. I'd been watching Grand Slam matches since I was 7, memorizing stats, waking up at 3 a.m. for overseas broadcasts. Center court at the US Open was the kind of dream I kept in a locked compartment of my chest. "Any absence at all?" I asked. "Any anxiety-related one," he said. "If you can't make yourself walk through that door, it counts against you." That year nearly broke me. There were mornings I sat in the car for 40 minutes, running breathing exercises, bargaining with my own nervous system just to open the door. I went in. Every single time I went in. I finished 8th grade with perfect attendance. My therapist called it one of the most significant breakthroughs she'd ever seen. "So, the US Open?" I asked at dinner that June. "Let's see how freshman year goes," my mom said. "We want to make sure this is real progress and not just a good stretch." I went cold. "You said 1 year. We said we'd discuss it after a year. There was no formal promise." So I did it again. Freshman year. Perfect attendance. Honor roll. My anxiety didn't disappear. I just learned to carry it without letting it stop me. That cost more than anyone watching from the outside could understand. My 15th birthday came. My younger sister Lily got a weekend trip to New York City for her 13th birthday that same month. Shopping, a Broadway show, hotel with a rooftop pool. When I asked again about the US Open, my dad said airfare was too expensive this particular summer. Maybe next year. Lily had never spent a single uncomfortable morning pushing herself through anything hard. I love my sister. That's not the point. The point is, she got New York while I got a rain check on a promise I'd nearly destroyed myself to earn. Sophomore year, junior year, same grades, same attendance. Each summer, a new excuse. Tournament dates don't work. Your grandfather's health. We need to be financially responsible right now. Meanwhile, Lily got a fully funded class trip to Washington, D.C. because it was educational, and a new laptop for pulling a B average. I was getting A's in AP classes while managing a disorder that made some mornings feel like climbing a cliff with no harness. The summer before senior year, my uncle visited. Over dinner, he asked when we were finally doing the US Open trip. He'd heard about it years ago and assumed it had already happened. My dad laughed the way people laugh at something that was never serious. "Oh, that was more of a motivational thing. We needed her to push through the school avoidance. It worked, didn't it?" My uncle set his fork down. "You promised her a trip she earned and never planned to follow through?" "Anxiety responds to incentives," my mom said. "That's just behavioral psychology." I excused myself from the table. I sat in my childhood bedroom and looked at the US Open bracket I'd taped to my wall when I was 13. Still there, corners curling yellow. I took it down, folded it carefully, and dropped it in the trash. I'm 20 now. 2 different therapists have specifically named what my parents did as emotional manipulation. I still watch every US Open match alone in my apartment, the same way I always have. One day I'll buy my own ticket, with my own money, and sit in those seats without owing anyone anything for it. I don't need anyone to make me a promise ever again.